There are about 950 inmates on Rikers Island currently enrolled in the prison's drug treatment program. Ladeynette Rivera, or Lady for short, is one of the program's success stories. She was sentenced to 8 months behind bars for petty larceny, and her time is quickly coming to an end. But she says that it was prison that helped save her life from her heroin addiction. Take a quick listen to her story.
Jail became to me like a rehab, basically.
Yeah.
Jail was my rehab. Jail made me realize how much I could lose in a minute. But damn sure I don't want to pick up the back never again.
Yeah.
Or that needle.
When was the last time you were sober like this for this amount of time?
2013.
So you might be wondering, especially since we're talking about Rikers Island, how could prison be the reason for her success? And what will happen when she's released? An article from the Daily News delves into the lack of resources available to addicts who are not behind bars, comparing it to her situation. And here with more on that is staff writer from the Daily News, Rich Shapiro. Rich, nice to have you here with us.
Thanks for having me.
This is some fascinating articles that you did here. It's so well done. Great reporting.
Thank you.
Before we get to her in prison and the progress she's made, I want you to tell us about your first contact with her, which was for a different article earlier. Tell me about that.
Right. So myself and my editors were talking about the opioid crisis and how it was playing out in this country. And we knew that there was a population in the South Bronx that had been using heroin on a heavy basis for decades. And those stories were largely ignored over the years. However, as the opioid crisis started spreading out into more suburban communities, it became really part of the national conversation. These people were not a part of that national conversation. So we decided to go out and try to tell their stories and try to chronicle how this population was actually living and what it looked like. And the way we decided to do that was by following an EMT crew in the Bronx. It just so happened that over the 2 days that we were with these paramedics, it was raining, very little happened. However, they knew of this location where people like Lady Rivera go to use. And they took us there one afternoon, and myself and my colleague, photojournalist Marcos Santos, were stunned by what we saw. It was.
I remember reading the article. You said that the ground was littered with used syringes and the caps for syringes, almost as if you were looking at kind of the glitter from a party on the ground. Clearly, it was not the kind of party we'd be talking about.
That's correct. There were syringes literally everywhere you stepped, everywhere you looked. It is a harrowing, harrowing place, but it provided some solitude and a private environment where these people could use outside the view of people on the street, and where there was a sense of community among the users.
And you met her there. You met
Correct.
Lady Rivera there.
Correct.
And give me a quick, if you will, sort of compilation of how she looked and how she was doing then.
Sure. When we met her, she was just emerging from this structure of tarps that she was essentially living in at that time last year. She was in the process of literally mixing a solution of heroin and some saline to inject. And myself and my colleague Marcos Santos walked up to her. We explained who we were. We explained what we wanted to do there and why we wanted to tell her story. And she immediately started talking and was quite willing to delve into what her life was like, how she got to this point, and how she hoped to come out of it in the end. And it became very clear to us from spending what became several hours over multiple days that this was someone whose life revolved around her drug habit.
And we saw the clip of her. The person we saw there. How different is that from the person you saw at what they called the hole, I guess, where they were all shooting up?
I'll tell you, when she first walked out into the Rikers Island visitors room, we did not recognize her. I did not know who she was. When she walked out at Rikers, it was someone who had life back. Her eyes kind of glimmered and her face was full.
How then does a person like Lady Rivera go in there for 8 months and be so transformed to what we saw and what you saw in your conversation with her?
So an addiction expert I talked to named Dr. Chinazo Cunningham, she put it to me this way: it's the one place where you can go and get universal health care. Everybody gets universal health care when they're at Rikers. And the reality is, Lady Rivera goes to Rikers, and for the first time, she has very consistent access to methadone. She has access to all kinds of counseling services, mental health services. She has some chronic health conditions that she's finally getting medication for on a regular basis. So this environment for her is, and the fact that it's all under one roof, is something that, frankly, exists in only very, very few places in the city.
So if she was out on the streets and had the will, said, all right, I've got to do something to help myself, chances are, would she not have been able to have gotten the same kind of treatment in the same manner, as you said, under one roof, that she actually got in Rikers Island?
It would be very, very, very difficult for her. And you also have to understand all of these other social factors that she's dealing with. Housing is kind of chaotic. She has limited access to money. She has limited access to transportation. So she would likely have to go to multiple places to actually get these kind of services.
If you look at her chances, if you will, and you have a fascinating and really troubling quote of a number in your article that, and tell me if I get this right, that drug users, inmates who are released from prison are 129 times more likely than non-users released to engage in a fatal overdose within 2 weeks of their release. Did I get that right?
Correct.
That's a daunting number. What are her plans, and what do you think her prospects are? What are the hurdles for her, and what could be the positives for her getting out?
She has a long road ahead in her recovery. The other benefit of being at Rikers Island is you have walls separating you from your drug dealers. Now she's thrust out into the world beyond those walls, and there will be temptations that will be greeting her almost immediately. Rikers also is known for doing a good job of trying to create a very positive environment for people to come out into. So she will have her methadone prescriptions. They will be continued. She will be re-enrolled in Medicaid. She will be enrolled in a program that helps people reintegrate into society. And what experts will tell you is that the most important thing for her is that she continues this consistent treatment with methadone or with another drug known as buprenorphine or Suboxone.
Well, this is marvelous reporting by you. Just a compelling story to be told with significant morals and also warnings for us as a society what we need to do. Our hope is, if you're going to follow this up, that we can get you back in sometime, and again, hopes that this success story continues. But again, just marvelous reporting, great storytelling, and we appreciate it. We'll look forward to talking again soon.
Thanks so much. My pleasure.
Be well. Take care.
Thank you.